Hey, welcome to This Week on Lake Erie Port of Call. Mike Jamison here as we're getting ready to start that 2023 season. We got some old, we got some new for you this week. We'll be talking with Captain Chris Hoover. He's over at Whitmer High School and he works with the Power Squadron, and they do a great boating class as things are getting ready for the boating season, and we learn some really cool new stuff and you know, how to dock your boat, how do you do the ropes, it's just a great segment, and we'll be talking to him. Also talk with Tim Selz right here at Brenner 75, and you know, getting that boat ready, getting things going here, and I'm just planning this week to really start getting it in. Hopefully we'll be dipping it in the water for next week or 2 weeks show, which means I'm 3 weeks earlier than I normally am. But I just wanted to, you know, we've got the really super good bottom paint, and we'll be showing you that, where basically I don't have to do anything. I bottom painted 2 years ago now. Last year I had to do touch-ups. I'm going to do touch-ups again because Brenner did such a good job with us with you know, power washing my boat and taking good care of it. It's inside stored this year, so I walk out there, my boat looks great. I need to throw a coat of wax on it. And you know, everybody talks about all of these big time waxes and gels. I got to be honest with you, and Kenny is looking right over at me right now. Got me with the Meguiar's flagship right here. It's not the best, not the worst, but I'll tell you what, it makes my boat look great. I've been using it, and I will be buying it again and using it again this year. And if you do need to, I always, this surface reconditioner, this Buff Magic compound right here, they've got, this stuff is incredible. If you really, you know, if you're a real dull finish on your boat and you want to get it done, you hit this stuff up and then you buff it out and it looks great. I don't have to do that because I did this. It went perfect, and then I put the marine wax on, and it's just going to do a wonderful job. So we've got that. We got a lot more. It's going to be a great show. Enjoy, and just cross your fingers this weather stays in the 60s and the 70s, and we don't get these 50-mile-an-hour winds, so you can go out and enjoy your boat and have a cocktail and relax and enjoy the fact that we've got this beautiful Lake Erie here, and we all want to be a part of it. And once again here with Chris Hoover and Captain Chris. And Chris, you're actually teaching one of your classes over here at Whitmer that you do, yeah, what, couple of nights, is once a week?
It's about once a week for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And this is the intermediate class. We did the basic classes. We have one more coming up in April, which is a 2 Saturday morning class. But then after that, we take people that want to learn more and want to do a little bit more hands-on. Sure. And that's what we're doing today.
Well, you know, I was sitting here while you were showing some of the videos and talking about things, and you got your little boat in the plastic pool and everything, and I learned so much about just cross waves when you're getting cross waves coming in and how to hit things. And you were showing how that inlet down in Miami that everybody watches the hull over all the time, showing a little bit of that, and then you took some of the people out there to do some work. Ingenious.
It's simple,
just so easy.
Simple thing.
But you're good at that.
It just comes to me taking a wheelchair, having a little course to simulate a twin engine boat.
Right.
And basically, if you're holding your thumbs up and you're putting your starboard engine forward and your port engine reverse, you're doing this spin. Same thing if your starboard engine is in reverse and your port's forward. And that's exactly what you're doing with a wheelchair.
Right.
So I thought, why not try to incorporate this? And then if you go too fast, you're spinning a little bit. You're getting out of control. So it talks about some slow speed, talks about how to turn and manipulate, and so it also helps with the verbiage, talking about port and starboard and go this way and all stop and both forward. It's all about communication and trying to figure out what the captain's doing with the first mate.
You know, and I've learned over the years, because I basically taught myself how to drive a twin screw boat and everything. But as you get better at it, the one thing you can do, you know, where you've got it in gear and you've really got it at low, completely on idle, it's still going to turn. If you've got that starboard engine in, it's still going to turn.
Still does.
Or if you need a little more, you can just kind of goose it for just a second, bring it back down, and you've made that initial move.
Exactly.
And that's
sometimes
what it is making the initial move.
Sometimes you don't need to be in gear. You can just be in neutral. And you need momentum, and you need enough to control the boat. So if there's a little bit of current or wind, then you have to give it a little bit more. But I see some people that come in too fast thinking the boat always has to be doing something. Let the boat do the work.
Exactly.
And that's what we're working on here. And you're going to see, and you have seen, some of the hands-on activities. Next week, we're talking about rules of the water. We're going to simulate some of the stuff where who has the right of way. And we're going to actually have these guys passing each other and doing a little beeping sound and figuring out horn signals and right of way.
Yeah.
Just to get it, we'll have the daytime navigation set up, which are little cups that we have to navigate, range lights. And then, of course, my favorite coming up in a couple weeks is the nighttime navigation.
When you light everything up.
That's so much fun.
That
and then
cool.
we'll do flares, and we'll do actually real fire outside, so they actually know that those little fire extinguishers only last a little bit. And you got to aim at the right spot and understand what happens, because otherwise, if the wind's coming back at you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and two, I want to talk a quick talk about the Power Squadron.
Sure.
And some of the things that we're going to be doing as we get into season a little bit. But if people are interested in joining the Power Squadron, now is the perfect time to get involved.
It is, and here's what we have going on. You know, now's the time to be getting ready, get the boat ready and all that stuff, and figuring out what do you need to learn. We all can go online and look at things, but to get in a class like this, and as you see them working on knots and working together, in the discussions that we all have with each other, and the story time is awesome, because I'll even share some embarrassing stuff with me. But we have a lot going on. We have the basic classes. This is the intermediate class. Then we have the First Mate seminar coming up at Brenner Marine, and that is in April, about 2 Wednesdays from now. I forgot the date. I have to look it up. April 12th, I think.
Okay.
I'll
be there. I'll be in.
Great. It's a 2-hour seminar, and it's geared towards the First Mate. What should the First Mate be doing? How should they handle the lines? Because the biggest problem is communication between the captain, the person running the boat, and the First Mate. If we can work on that a little bit, and one trusts the other, and the other one trusts, it goes so much smoother. But then we have, you know, we're going to do a marine electronics class in the fall, and maybe an engine maintenance class. We have all these different things that we offer. And on the water boat training, we do that with a 16-foot Boston whaler. I do it for my own business, as we know, and I come out and I do extensive. We do more, but the squadron also does offer it.
And you're part of the squadron, too.
I am, yeah.
You're like one of the head guys, right?
Yeah, I'm the educational officer.
King Malaya Maya or
yes.
something? Is that to you? Well, seriously, thanks for everything you're doing with us this year. Looking forward to an exciting year of boating and getting out and having some fun on the water.
Well, and you know, one of the fun things too is not only do we learn and we educate each other with the Power Squadron, but we also do rendezvous. We go out and practice it. So maybe you can join us on one of these rendezvous this summer. We're going to do some fun ones and get out there and practice what we've been learning and show it off.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, President of Genoa Bank, a locally owned community bank providing a full range of banking services. At Genoa Bank, we believe a bank should do more than just conduct business. We generally care about the communities we serve, and we take our hometown commitment to heart. Our biggest investment will always be in you, whether it's a personal account or business. Genoa Bank is committed to outstanding service. We want to know you by name and help you with all your banking needs. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Being on the water is one of the best ways to enjoy the outdoors, and we all know that a safe day on the water is a perfect day on the water. You're ready to connect with nature, explore new places, see new things, maybe connect with that big fish. However, the most important connection while you're out on the water is with your boat's engine. Whether you use a lanyard or the safety and convenience of a wireless fob or wristband, connecting with your engine gives you safety and confidence for a perfect day.
Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street right next to Nick and Jimmy, with top-of-the-line golf simulators, duck pin bowling, and the best food for your night out. We've got you covered. It's Pro Golf Fairways with all the greatest golf courses in the area. why not come out and hit a few with us at Pro Golf Fairways, at Cameo Pizza, and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street next to Nick and Jimmy.
Different problems require different solutions. Seagate Roofing and Foundation Services has been solving water problems for over 30 years. We have the expertise to provide you with the best solution. Seagate replaces foundations, straightens walls, lifts sinking foundations, and waterproofs basements. Get your free estimate before you make a decision, because you deserve to have all the facts. We are the local experts.
244 LEAK Seagate.
Folks, we're here with Tim Selz. He's the man that makes everything happen, and the poor guy has to listen to all of us for the next 4 weeks, huh?
Absolutely.
Hey, you're starting to get the phone calls, aren't you?
Starting to ring. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, this is the first year I was inside storage, which for me, just a tremendous amount of 25-year-old, 30-year-old boat. I didn't have any problems. You guys, it was great. It was great. So all I have to do is wax and get some other stuff done. But you and I have talked about the fact that there's so many things on a boat that you should really check, or at least have your harbor people check. What are some of the things that they should be checking?
Well, there's numerous, but just the general maintenance. Once you get your shrink wrap off, if you're shrunk wrap, or inside, check the bottom paint, check your underwater gear, check your outdrive, check your fluids. I don't know how it ran last year, but if it needs a tune-up, it's kind of per customer. They know what their maintenance was. You just need to stay up on your general maintenance to keep everything running smooth.
For me, last year was an off year for me, taking the boat out a lot. I probably only put 13, 14 hours on the boat. I mean, I stayed on the boat all the time, but I didn't put a lot of hours in. Do you still recommend every year, we got twin 454, they're old engines. Do you want to change the oil in them every year? Is that a recommendation? What would you do?
My rule of thumb is, depending on how many hours I put on it, check your oils. If it looks nice and clean, you're good. Oils today, every other year, I would recommend. Outside with the heat cool, you might get some condensation. Probably not, but check them.
It's a good thing.
Check all your fluids. Make sure. Change your fuel filters. That's kind of important.
The water filters every year, no matter what.
Yep. Because the fuel tanks do collect condensation. Mm-hmm. So fuel filters, of course, every year. Same with bottom paints. Check your bottom paint. Today's bottom paints are usually, if you use the better stuff, is good for at least 2 years, sometimes 3. Touch up, yeah.
Kenny did a very nice job. I touch it up every year, but then you're only buying a little can of it because you're doing your water lines and stuff like that. But mine still, you did such a nice job here at Harrison's when you power washed my boat. And I'm like, I walk out there now, I said, oh my God, it looks beautiful. Yeah. I'm ready. So, but I am, every year we I put the old fashioned McGuire's on it. I know they got all the new gel stuff and this and that. But it works out good, and Kirsten over at Naughty Details, she's going to do the top of my boat because I've never done the top since I've had it. I've been lazy. Yeah. So those are the things. And do you want to put some additives in your gas at the beginning of the year too?
It never hurts. I mean, a lot of times people will put it in when you put them away. Mm-hmm. But there's some fuel boost and stuff like that with today's fuels, with the ethanol. If you use the ethanol fuel, you should.
You got it. Well, here we go, going into 2023 now. We've had boom. It's been boating boom for the last few years. Yep. Everything's kind of getting back to normal right now.
I think so.
Smoothing out and things like that. I know we got a lot of fun things we're going to be doing down here at Harrison's this year. You got me as a DJ. Wow, that's going to be crazy.
Gotta help us.
Yes, but the fun thing is, if you can't take your boat out as much. You can still do a lot of great stuff right down here at your dock.
Sure.
And it's become a family for me, and I love these people to death. And you know, you and I have been friends for a bazillion years. Matt's walking in. He takes really good care of my boat, and he hasn't stranded me out at sea yet. He said he was gonna. Yeah, both of you said that. Well, thank you. And everything's gonna be opening up in the next couple of weeks, right?
Yep.
Turning everything on.
Yep.
I'm gonna make him flip the switch. That's my deal. Have that power ready to roll.
Keep pushing.
Yes. But no, normally I'm in the third week of May. You know, because this is the first year I want to get it in. I want you guys to, you know, have the guys look at it, take it out. If we do have a transmission issue, which we might, you'll know. And other than that, you know, tune it up and get it going. Thank you so much, sir. Harrison Marina and Brenner 75 and Pier 75, they're getting ready. All of my friends, it's time. Let's get them boats going. You poor thing.
Let's go.
I won't see him for another 4 weeks now. He's going to be so busy.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Well, folks, it's a pleasure to bring you happenings here at Lake Erie Port of Call, spotlighting great things that are happening in this area. And the Gutenbergers right here are they're from Sylvania, Ohio, and they're part of a thing, and it's called the Loop. And if you know a little bit about boating, you know what the Loop's about, and I've been hearing a lot of words about this. And Jeff, I got to ask you right now, I know you're from the Toledo area, but this is basically a whole year of the two of your lives, and you're doing the Loop. And explain to our viewers what the Loop is.
Well, the Loop is a circumnavigation of the eastern half of the United States. It's we left Florida and we crossed the state of Florida and went across on Lake Okeechobee, We went up the Atlantic. There's a canal system that goes all the way up the east coast of Florida to Norfolk, Virginia, and then up the Chesapeake into the Hudson River, across the Erie Canal, through all the Great Lakes, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, down the Illinois River, into the Mississippi, and then down the Tennessee Tombigbee Channel to Mobile, Alabama, and then you cross the Gulf of Mexico and head back to our home base in Fort Myers, Florida.
Incredible. Now, the two of you together on this beautiful boat, I'll tell you what, I have, you know, I know all about the Sea Rays, the Wellcrafts, the Bertrams and all, and the Carvers and all. I've never, what is the name? You said this boat's made in Maine.
This boat is called a Back Cove 37. It's built by Sabre Yachts, and they build twin engine boats, which are known as Sabres. The single engine boat is known as a Back Cove.
Okay.
And it's built in Rockland, Maine. There are a bunch of great down east Maine people. They treat you very well. They build a really solid boat, and it's really built for the ocean. It's built for ocean conditions, and it's just been a great boat.
Well, the two of you, how far along would you say you're into this process, Kathy? Of course, the boat's named after you.
Right.
Smart name.
Yeah, I know where my bread is buttered.
I don't cook.
But you're a beautiful woman. See, there you go.
They were about halfway through.
Just under halfway through.
And surprisingly, we do not argue.
I just do what she says.
He's the captain.
Gotcha. That's smart. See,
yeah.
He drives the boat, and you tell him where to drive it, right?
No, I follow. I do the cooking and cleaning and that stuff. Sometimes I drive the boat, but.
I would have to say on an excursion like this, just the amount of, obviously meeting people like us, and you know, being here at Harrison, and being able to come over to Brenner, and then I'm sure you're up in Detroit or you're going to Sandusky, and then obviously all over the area, and what you're doing with that. But so what are some of the most interesting people that you've met in this so far that you've gone through?
Actually, you just got to say the loopers, because they come from all walks of life. They have different boats.
It's like a club.
It is a club.
Yeah.
And we play tag back and forth. Like when we get up in Michigan, there's a couple already up there that we'll probably catch up with. And then maybe and there's some behind us that are going to catch up with us. And then you get together, and of course we always have looper docktails. That's
looper
docktails.
And
we sit and talk about our day and where we're going to go, and if they've been someplace we haven't, they let us know what sites to see, what's the best marina to go to, and then vice versa. So it's a great information network.
We have an association called the AGLCA. That's the American Great Loopers Cruising Association.
Oh my goodness.
And at any one time, well, for instance, right now, there's probably 150 boats that are in the process of doing this.
Wow.
Less than 100 boats actually complete the process. People stop, they take 2 or 3 years to do it, they have mechanical breakdowns. But as you move along, you know these people, you meet them, you have docktails with them, and they become your friends, really lifelong friends. So it's a cruising community, and then people you meet on the like the people here at Brenner. You know, they're great people, and we've met people all over that are just really nice people.
Now, I was talking with some other people that are planning on doing this from our docks here. That there's some things that you can get involved in, so you're actually part of a GPS thing, so you know where all of these people are as part of the loop.
Right.
Nebo?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we have an app, Nebo, that everyone subscribes to. So when we get into a port of call, we can look on the app and we can see are there other loopers around, and we can meet with them and share experiences and go to dinner with them. So it works out really well.
Oh,
and we follow our friends that way too, so we know where they're at, and and then we say, oh, we're going to be there on this day, and then like, oh, okay, we'll be there too. So.
Now, I was talking with my friend Ed, who's planning this trip here. You don't really use the Mississippi at all here. He said maybe you do, or you take it down the Tennessee River.
Well, you do use the Mississippi. You go through Chicago.
Okay.
And there are really 2 ways. If you can get under the bridges in Chicago, you can take the Chicago River. If you can't, you go through the awful sounding Chicago Sanitary Canal.
Oh!
But it all ends up in the Illinois River, which meets the Mississippi, and you go on the Mississippi from, say, central Illinois to the bottom of Illinois. And then for a short period of time, you go up the Ohio River, and you get on the Tennessee River, because the Ohio splits and the Tennessee River heads south.
Oh.
And then the Tennessee River continues on, and they, back in the days of the Tennessee Valley Authority, they dug a canal called the Tom Bigby Channel, and that goes to Mobile, Alabama. So that's the route.
Fantastic. I'm excited. Maybe someday I can look forward to this. I hope we become friends, like on Lake Erie Port of Call now, so we'll keep track of where they're going with this and all that they're doing. And we wish you absolutely the best in your journeys. And what do you call those cocktails again?
Ducktails.
Ducktails. I got to remember that. 5 o'clock Ducktails, and you've got this beautiful boat, and we've got some video of it too, and I'm so glad we got to meet you two. You're wonderful people, and good luck with your journeys.
Thank you.
Keep in touch with us, and when your boat starts going.
Yeah,
well, we can have Ducktails.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that. Danny's Cafe Rossford is open and ready to make your holiday special with great drinks, food, friends, and watch all your favorite sports on our 17 big screen TVs. Some of the best entertainment in the area. Great food and all your favorite beers. Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford on Main Street. Stop by and say hi to the friendly people at Danny's Cafe in Rossford. You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD, giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories. Showed some of the great things with that. Of course, Bill's helping us out and got some good boats for sale down here at Brenner, and we've got a lot of good stuff going on here. So just stick with us. We're going to get out in the boat here in the next couple, and my boat's running good now, so I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. We need to get out there.
We're going to do it.
Try out that new drone.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's it. He just wants the drone. Folks, we'll see you next week here on Lake Erie Port of Call. You take care now.